Hi, boys and girls. I am back to share another story time with you. This is keeping me entertained. I hope it's keeping you entertained too because, gosh, I miss you. I know I said that before, but I miss you. So today I'm reading the book called The Recess Queen. And look, the title's not backwards today because I'm using a different camera. So hopefully this will be a little easier to see the words than the last book that I read. Okay, here we go. Mean Jean was the recess queen, and nobody said any different. Nobody swung until Mean Jean swung. Nobody kicked until Mean Jean kicked. And nobody bounced until Mean Jean bounced. Oh my gosh. She looks kind of mean, huh? Kind of looks a little bit like a bully, yeah? And they all look pretty scared of her. Let's find out what happened. If kids ever crossed her, she'd push 'em and smush 'em and la-la-la-loosh 'em, hammer 'em, slammer 'em, and kiss and ka-jammer 'em. Ooh, that is not very nice. No. Say what? Mean Jean growled. Say who? Mean Jean howled. Say you. Just who do you think you're talking to? Mean Jean always got her way. Until one day, a new kid came to school. Katie Sue. A teeny kid, a tiny kid. A kid that you might scare with a jump and a boo. You see Katie? See her right there? She's so cute. Hey, look at her glasses. There she is again. But when the recess bell went ringety-ring, this kid went zingety-zing for the playground gate. Katie Sue swung before Mean Jean swung. Katie Sue kicked before Mean Jean kicked. And Katie Sue bounced before Mean Jean bounced. The kid you might scare with a jump and a boo was too new to know about Mean Jean, the recess queen. Well, Mean Jean bullied through the playground crowd, like always. She pushed kids and smushed kids and la-la-looshed kids, hammered them and slammered them and kissed and ka-jammered them, as she charged after that kid, Katie Sue. Oh, what do you think of that? Jean's pretty big and Katie's pretty small. Say what? She growled. Say who? She howled. Say you. She snarled and grabbed Katie Sue by the collar. Nobody swings until Queen Jean swings. Nobody kicks until Queen Jean kicks. Nobody bounces until Queen Jean bounces. And she figured that that would set the record straight. She doesn't look scared. That's for sure. Well, she figured wrong. Katie Sue talked back. Just as sassy as could be, she said, "How did you get so bossy?" Then that puny little thing, that loony thing, grabbed the ball and bounced away. Oh, Katie Sue was one quick kid. She bolted quick as lightning. Bouncity, bouncity, bounce, kickity, kickity, kick, swingity, swingity, swing. I like this kid. She's confident. Yeah, she's not going to let somebody push her around. That's good. Mean Jean thundered close behind. Bouncity, kickity, swingity. The recess queen was not amused. She raced and she chased, and in your face, that Katie Sue. No one spoke, no one moved, no one breathed. grieved. All those other kids were frightened. But I don't think Katie Sue is. Mm-mm. Then, from her pack pulled Katie Sue a jump rope clean and bright. "Hey, Jeannie-Meanie," sang Katie Sue. "Let's try this jump rope out." Here's one thing true. Until that day, no one dared ask Mean Jean to play. But that Katie Sue just hopped and jumped and skipped away. "I like ice cream, I like tea, I want Jean to jump with me." Look at Jean's face. She's like, wait, what? Aww. Katie's being a good example of what it means to be a friend. How to be nice. Jean doesn't even know what to do, right? Jean just gaped and stared as if she was too scared to move at all. So Katie Sue sang once more. "I like popcorn, I like tea, I want Jean to jump with me." Then, from the side, a kid called out, "Go, Jean, go!" And too surprised to even shout, Jean jumped in with Katie Sue. "I like cookies, I like tea, I want you to jump with me." Look at them. The rope whizzed and it slapped faster and faster. The rope spun and flapped faster, faster, till it caught in a tangled disaster. But then they just giggled and jumped again. Oh, look at that. Well, now when recess rolls around, that playground's one great place. At the school bells ringety ring, those two girls race zingety zing out the classroom door. Jean doesn't push kids and smush kids or lallaloosh kids, hammer 'em or slammer 'em or kitsen kajammer 'em, because she's having too much fun rompeting and rumpering with her friends. Oh, look at all Jean's friends. Oh. Bouncity, kickity, swingity, hoppity, skippity, jumpity, ringity, zingity. Now, I like this story a lot because it makes me think a lot about some of my students who sometimes have problems with other kids. Sometimes somebody will say something mean or they'll treat you unkindly, and sometimes kids will just run right to Mrs. Schmidt and they'll tattle, right? But sometimes kids will try to work out those problems on their own. I love that when kids can work out those problems on their own. At least they should try, right? And if you try and you're a good example and you treat somebody with kindness, you never know what could happen. You might be able to work it out, and you know what? Somebody that you think is mean, you might become really good friends, right? So that was a good example. Katie's kind of a little bit of a hero that way, isn't she? She was confident, which I like. She was kind, which I like. And she was a problem solver. She tried really hard to solve her problems on her own, and she did a great job doing that. I hope that you can be like Katie. And I hope you enjoyed the story. Till next time. See you later.